Welcome, Professor.
Thank you very much. It's wonderful to be here. I think we should start you on some reading lessons. Obviously, you have trouble reading cards.
Yes, an equivalency diploma.
That is true.
Yes.
May we get on with the question?
What does the W in your name stand for?
That is French for wham bam merci madame. Most people don't know that.
Speaking of French, our first question
Let's
is...
get to the first question. I look forward to these little get-togethers.
In European history, we'd like to know, what were the last words of Joan of Arc?
Well, as tragic as it was, the last words were, Je viens à ma maison.
And what does that mean?
I believe it means, is it hot in here, or is it just me? Of course, I could have the verb wrong. It was so tragic.
Here's a biology question. Is it true? Is it true that your hair continues to grow after death?
How would I know? Why don't you ask a dead barber? This is going to be a short routine, you know that. Maybe they're not paying attention. This is for the children at home. We don't care about you people.
Here's a student who's been having a problem in his world geography class.
Yeah, geography. I was always good in that.
All right. Where is Lapland located?
Well, if I remember correctly from my shower this morning, it is just south of Belly Button Land. Yes, down there. And no, please.
Now, here's a tough history essay
And
question.
nobody lives there. Nobody lives there.
Here's a tough history question.
Well, make tougher the better.
It'll challenge your mental acumen.
You leave my acumen out of this. It's bigger than yours anyway.
Be
Well,
that
it
as
is.
may. How did the famous Spanish and Portuguese explorers Vasco da Gama,
Vasco da Gama, I remember him.
Hernando Cortez,
Yes.
and Ferdinand Magellan
Yes.
change the face of
Didn't
the
you
globe?
learn anything in school at all? Ferdinand Magellan. What was the question again?
How did these three wonderful gentlemen change the face of the globe?
I think they drew a mustache on South America. That's what they did.
I can see, Professor, you're a member
Oh, you can see.
of the
Well, who cares if you
cognoscenti.
can see? We're trying for laughs.
You are among the truly cognoscenti.
That's a lie. I was never among the cognoscenti. I thought it was a straight bar. I walked in. They should put a sign out.
All right, here's from English.
This is the last time we're going to do this. Remember, 2 months ago, we tried this. We said, maybe it's worth another shot. Boy, give me that.
A little eighth grader
Not
asks.
everything can be a jewel, you know.
An eighth grader asks.
Well, now you're getting on my level.
What is a diphthong?
A diphthong is that stick the gas station attendant uses to check the oil in your thongs. It's a diphthong, and you're about a quart low.
Here's a student who's having trouble with colonial history.
Yes.
All right, he'd like to know, what is the Stamp Act?
The Stamp Act is anything performed between two consenting male men. That is the Stamp Act.
Here's a question from a student who's having a little trouble in her civics class. Professor, could you explain how a bill becomes a law?
I don't know, but I just got back from Denmark, and I saw how a bill became a Linda. I tell you, it's not for me. Not for me. It's played so good in the office. Everybody was laughing in the office.
There's a little boy named Gordon from Linden, New Jersey.
Yes.
He writes, how many men signed the Declaration of Independence?
60 men signed it. One man put it on his master charge.
A student majoring in Far Eastern Studies. What is Kathmandu?
Well, that's the stuff. That's the stuff cats are always trying to cover up in their litter boxes. Kathmandu. Sometimes pronounced Kathmandu-doo. But rarely pronounced that way.
All right, here's a political
This
question.
is the last time. But there's no way. Okay, sure. Okay.
All right.
Go to PBS. Watch Dick Cavett interview a famous poet. We don't care.
Here's a question filled with controversy.
Yes.
Who is the head of Secretary of State Alexander Haig?
What?
Who's the head of Secretary of State? I want to get finished with
Who
it,
is
too.
the head?
I mean, who? It's in line of succession of the presidency. Who precedes Alexander Haig?
Well, no, we should straighten that out. Before Secretary of State Haig comes Vice President Bush.
Right.
Speaker of the House O'Neill.
Right.
Then bashful, dopey, grumpy, happy. But General Haig does come to head of sneezy.
A student from Massachusetts writes,
Is this going to go on much longer?
how do we know that Othello was black?
Because in the middle of Act 2, he slam dunks Desdemona. Up until that time, nobody knew.
Now, we have a question here about a nursing student. Concerns circadian rhythm.
Circadian rhythm.
Circadian rhythm. She sends 2 questions, which I'm sure you're familiar with.
Well, what are they? What does she want to know?
She wants to know about them.
About what?
Those rhythms.
What rhythms?
Circadian.
No. What rhythms is she?
The biological rhythms of the body.
Well, what does she mean exactly?
Many people mispronounce them.
What is it?
Circadian.
Circadian rhythms. Okay. Okay, I certainly... Circadian rhythm is what Catholic circus people do to keep from having babies.
I think you heard on that one.
Well, I may have heard it could have been the coleslaw. I don't know.
A history major has a question. He's majoring in history, but he has a minor.
You really suck tonight, you know. You can't read anything. I mean, how am I going to get any laughs if you can't read the questions? I thought it was me. You got to read them, then I can answer them funny.
He's got a problem. He has a major in economics and a minor in history.
Well, I have got a minor in the motel across the street. I don't care about that. Let's get going.
All right. Geronimo is a famous American Indian. Can you name any others?
Yes, besides Geronimo, there was Geronimo Larry and Geronimo Curly. They were called the 3 Apaches. Right. They went like this. Oh, sure. Cut the next one and go right to the finish. That's right, the last astronomy question.
Here's something you're familiar about.
Yeah, I can't work this way. Young man, did you come here in the front row? You come here. Yes, the young man in the front row. Where's the next question? Sit down. Okay, you reread that just straight to me. Then I will say something funny. Okay. You want to look at it first for a while? You got it in your mind? Okay. Now watch this.
Here's a question I know you're familiar with. Astronomy.
Yes.
What do you call it when the sun is straight up in the air at its...
Come here. Come on. Come here. Anybody else? Anybody here? We got somebody can read, can't they? I'm going to do the last one myself. Here's a question I know you're familiar with. Yes, I am. What do you call it when the sun is straight up in the air at its apex? That's called a nooner. That's what it is. Thank you very much.
We'll be right back. A word from Automatic Vanish. Tough on stains and tough on everything.